So now we're back for wildly interesting, which is what we're supposed to be watching in the first place, not mildly interesting. So let's do it.
The closest we can see DNA right now. This is an anti-wolf heck collar. The purpose of the collar is to protect the dog wearing it when and if it has to fight wolves. The collar base protects the dog's throat and carotid arteries, while the spikes are intended to deter bites to the neck or even injure wolves trying to do so.
Okay.
1939. Kansas wheat. When they realized women were using their sacks to make clothes for their children, the mills started using flowered fabric for their sacks, so the kids would have pretty clothes. Pure kindness.
Wow.
The label would wash out.
Wow.
India on the first day of 2019. 5 million women create a 300-mile-long human chain,
Really?
stretching from the northern to southern tip of Kerala, to protest sexism and oppression.
Really? I didn't hear about
He
that.
told an entire
Damn, I'm not reading any kind of good news at all.
Olympic team. Mark Spitz, 9-time Olympic champion, jokingly told the Russian swim team coach in 1972 that his mustache increased his speed in the water, deflecting water away from his mouth. The next year, every Russian swimmer was sporting one. The mountain with a regular size mug and normal size wife. The ultimate hold my beer moment. In 1956, after losing a bet at a bar, Thomas Fitzpatrick successfully stole a plane from the airport and landed it in front of the bar. Then, 2 years later, he did it again after a man didn't believe he had done it the first time.
He was like, oh, word. I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Exploding model ships, cotton balls plus LEDs.
Oh. That's smart, actually. That's actually really smart. But then I would need like a good looking model ship to then destroy to do this, which again, way out of my depth.
A cafe in Japan is hiring paralyzed people to control robot servers in order to still make an income.
That's fucking cool and also like weird in that like sick way where like even if you're you're paralyzed, you need to work, but then cool again once you realize, it just because you're paralyzed doesn't mean that you don't want to do stuff. So, that's awesome.
John Chicky Donohue, a merchant marine from New York City, snuck into the war zone in Vietnam in the 60s to deliver beer to his 3 enlisted buddies from back home. It is known as the greatest beer run ever and has a documentary made about it.
That sounds like it's deserving, yeah.
This is what an oasis in Libya looks like.
Beautiful.
Honest man. In 1836, a sewer worker accidentally discovered an old drain, which ran directly into the Bank of England's gold vault. He wrote letters to the directors of the bank and requested a meeting inside the vault at an hour of their choosing, and popped out of the floor to greet them. Decaying great white shark.
Somebody was trying to plan a heist, bro. It's gotta be.
Left to rot at an abandoned wildlife park in Melbourne. A 10 megabyte hard drive from the 1960s.
God damn. Wow. Wow.
Rocks on the Lake Baikal get heated from the sunlight every now and then, and melt the ice beneath. After the sun is gone, the ice turns solid again, thus creating a small stand for the rock above. It is called the Baikal Zen. In zero gravity, a candle's flame is round and blue.
That's awesome.
These are all faces made by NVIDIA's neural network. None of them are real.
It's pretty good.
World War II bunker.
That's really good.
Long exposure of star trails against a farmhouse.
Whew, man, those are creepy to me.
Pythagorean cup. Pythagoras invented a practical joke cup that would spill wine all over a person if they filled their cup too much. The view from the Istanbul University Library. That sounds very cool. 25-year-old Kenyan invents smart gloves that convert sign language movement into audio speech.
Damn, that's fucking nice. Damn, that is nice. Why didn't we think of that before? I'm gonna have to add these to a playlist so we can do these easier, but in the meantime, stick with me while I look up each individual video.
This is what I call a deal. In 1987, Steve Rothstein bought a lifetime unlimited first-class American Airlines ticket for $250,000. He flew over 10,000 flights costing the company $21 million. They terminated his ticket in 2008.
They terminated it? Hell no.
Van Gogh Halloween costume.
That's pretty good.
The legal system works. Hooters once offered employees the chance to win a Toyota. When the winning waitress was given a Toyota action figure as a prank, she sued and won enough to pick out whatever type of Toyota she wants.
Good shit. Good shit.
I made a mind-bending panorama.
Who is I? Because I've seen this picture so many times. Show me the actual artist, please.
1,300 years. The oldest hotel in the world has been operated by the same Japanese family for over 1,300 years. 52 different generations of descendants have cared for and operated the inn.
Wow. It's a fucking anime in real life. I've seen so many anime where they're just like, dude, when you get older, you're gonna inherit this place and you're gonna fucking inherit this place and you're gonna do it for the rest of your life. And here it is. This is what it's based off of.
Pretty cool motivational gym shirt idea. You can go home now. An old pub in the middle of modern day London. Seafoam frozen with a high shutter speed.
Nice.
Illusion 100. In 1898, Nikola Tesla once tricked an entire crowd into believing they could control a toy boat by shouting commands. He had in fact invented radio control and was piloting the boat himself. These are known as ghost apples. They are created when freezing rain coats rotting apples, and when the mushy, rotten apple falls out, it leaves a shell of ice. The X-ray of a 700-pound man.
Nice. That's gotta be 700 pounds. I mean, damn. Y'all be thinking, it's funny too, because y'all be thinking this shit is like a regular ass nigga. Like, regular people are not 700 pounds. This is massive. Even if you're fat, this is massive. You know what I mean? 700.
Fin whale vertebrae beneath the water of a lake in Svalbard,
wow.
Norway. Scarf that ruins paparazzi photos. Scarf that.
Finally, yes. Hell yeah. Fuck your pictures, bitch. The paparazzi has needed to be checked for a long fucking time, dude. Those guys are fucking assholes.
Marlon Brando proving he really is the Godfather. In 1973, when Marlon Brando won an Oscar for Best Actor, he boycotted the show and sent a Native American woman named Sacheen Littlefeather instead. She refused the Oscar on his behalf and made a speech about Hollywood's mistreatment of Native Americans. She was booed.
Oh man. Well, damn it. Well, damn it.
Favorite solar eclipse picture. Villain to some, hero to others. A bank robber named Pretty Boy Floyd was known for destroying mortgage papers on heists, freeing hundreds of people from property debt. Samuel L. Jackson in 1995 versus him de-aged in Captain Marvel, which is set in 1995.
That's really good.
United breaks guitars. When United Airlines baggage handlers broke a musician's valued guitar, and then spent a year refusing to pay for repairs, he wrote a song called United Breaks Guitars that got over 16 million hits on YouTube, reportedly caused United stock to sink 10%, and finally forced them to pay $3,000 compensation.
Wow, 10% of their entire stock over $3,000? Guys! Yo, anime cashed out anyways. Yo, y'all are tripping, bro. What is up with these that doesn't make any sense.
A clear bathtub.
Damn, y'all are tripping.
Mozart was a savage. Mozart disliked a performer named Adriana Ferrari's Del Bean. So, knowing her tendency to drop her chin on low notes and throw back her head on high ones, Mozart wrote a song with constant leaps from low to high in order to make her head bob like a chicken on stage. Meteorite that fell in China.
Yeah, that's all. I've seen that a lot. That's really cool.
Humans helping other humans protect rhinos. Please be careful when sharing photos on social media. They can lead poachers to our Rhino. Turn off geotag function and do not disclose where the photo was taken.
Do that. Fucking do that.
Library of color. Harvard has a pigment library that stores old pigment sources, like the ground shelf of now extinct inserts, poisonous metals, and wrappings from Egyptian mummies, to preserve the origins of the world's rarest colors. An artist uses jigsaw puzzles with the same cut pattern to make mashups like this one.
Oh, that's really cool.
This is a dynamite tree. The sandbox tree, also known as the dynamite tree, is covered in spikes, full of poison, and grows exploding fruits. The fruit looks like little pumpkins, but when they fully mature, they explode with a loud bang and fling their seeds at up to 150 miles per hour.
That is awesome.
Towers of Dubai breaking through the clouds.
Jesus Lord.
This guy's a straight up savage. The world's first mobile phone call was made on April 3rd, 1973, when Martin Cooper, a senior engineer at Motorola, called a rival telecommunications company and informed them he was speaking via a mobile phone. This is what an igloo looks like when you build a fire inside. The fire inside melts the inner layer of ice, and the cold outside refreezes it, adding a layer of insulation that can keep the igloo at 60 degrees inside, while it's minus 50 degrees outside.
I've always wondered how that worked with the fire, but I knew it's because it was too cold. But I didn't realize, like in my mind, I didn't realize it's literally still melting and just refreezing. I never put that together. I just figured it was just too cold to melt the outer layer of ice, right? But yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Possibly world's first customer service complaint, nearly 4,000 years old. Complaint about delivery of the wrong grade of copper. A record 4,855 people stood in the rain for hours to see if they are a stem cell match for this 5-year-old boy that is battling a rare type of cancer in hope to save his life.
Damn, that's cool. Damn, that is cool.
Insane perspective on just how immense the Great Pyramid of Giza is.
Yeah, look at all that slave labor. It's amazing what free labor can do for you. Anyways, this was amazing. Thanks for sticking with me in this video as I'm pulling up each different source. But yeah, Wildly Interesting is a great continuation of Mildly Interesting. We can continue it. Now we're going to go finish the Shy Guy video and then do Sedition, continue Sedition. So I love you guys so much. Thanks for rolling through. I'll holla at y'all. Peace.